recording now.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Do you see a little red thing in there?
Yep.
Guess what Andre's got me doing? Picking
Blackberry jam.
Yeah. He says he really loves this. In addition to, he really loves going every day to the walnut tree. Technically, I don't have time to be doing this, but my grandson's important. Are you paying attention? You gotta make it straight. Okay? Nobody wants to see the ground.
I'm not showing the ground. I'm showing your shirt.
So anyway, I'm picking them now. And I'm going to start juicing them to make jelly with some of them. But tomorrow I'm going to get up first thing in the morning and get into the back. Right.
Yep.
I didn't get out there today.
So I guess you want to see the blackberries, eh? People?
Yeah, they're all over the place.
I'll show you. Wait.
He's been bugging me for like 4 days.
Yep. I've been bugging for you.
To pick these things and make jam.
Wait, I need to get the big one.
Hey, you don't want to go flying into the bush.
No. There we go, people. Those are the blackberries.
Yeah, lots of them.
And there's more over here.
Yeah.
But there's not some up there. Too bad.
Okay, you can turn off the camera now.
Okay. Bye, people.
It doesn't bother them about their garbage.
Okay, see this, people? They're putting up a fence.
Are you sure the camera is actually working, Andre?
It is. It's working on you too, over here. Yep. So they're going to put up a fence, and there's garbage.
The fence was dumped, Andre.
Huh?
I think someone dumped the fence like they dumped the drywall.
Someone dumped the fence, but we'll show you drywall later, okay? So this is the garbage. What homeless people do. There's oil, more oils. There's a broken toilet. Look.
Tell them that toilet's been there for months.
Huh?
Tell them that toilet's been there for months.
That toilet been there for months.
The city doesn't do anything about that.
Yep. You can't see it, people. And there's more toilet pieces. And that's in there for months. Okay, so do you want to see something else later? Okay, people. So there's a lot of garbage over here. There's wood. No, huh?
Drywall.
There's drywall. No. There's wood here.
Oh, there's wood there too.
There's a box saying the blackberry bush.
Okay, well, don't go trampling around in there because I don't know what's in there.
There's wood. There's a bed thing. There's another bed thing. There's more blackberries over there. No, there's blackberries over there.
There's what?
There's blackberries over there. Maybe we can go around. I am. There's a flat bowl. There's junk. There's glass. There's more junk. Garbage. There's something else. Oh, there's the cardboard. Guess you can't see it.
No, that's
Drywall.
somebody ripped a house and dropped off a whole truckload.
Yep. Like what they did with that fence.
Okay, a whole truckload of drywall dumped in here.
Yep. And there might be garbage somewhere else too. But I don't know where.
Okay, you can turn that off and go get my...
It's Cardi. Okay, people, so here's the drywall.
Yeah, it's the whole house, people. Like, seriously, look at this. Do you see? This is like a whole fucking house. Look at that. People, that toilet's been sitting out here for months. Like months, people. This, I don't know how long it's been here for.
Actually, no, it did be here before.
It has been here for a little while, not that long. It hasn't been rained on too much, so... Like, look at this. This is pathetic. Like, seriously. And see, coming after me, man. Okay, people, it just gets better. This is August 3rd, 2017. Like, seriously, man, I feel so sick right now. Because, you know, over the years, right, I've had to, like, lock things up, right? For various reasons, right? Sometimes, you know, kids just go in there and take what they want, and scatter everything around and whatever, and, like, I can't, like, I have to budget, right? And then, you know, at one point my oldest daughter was getting into my cupboards and, you know, stealing like $300-400 worth of food and in the middle of the night, and getting into my sewing and stealing my beads. And so over the years I had to go and lock this up, lock this up, lock that up, lock this up, lock up the shed outside, you know, just so I have a little set. Here's the point of this video, on top of whatever, right? I have this little set of keys for all these little miscellaneous locks that I have. Like for the, you know, the X Club, right there with the / greenhouse painting room with the, where the walnuts are and the oak trees are, right? My little key is on there in order to get into that room. I have to get into this, I have to get the skill saw today. Even though I feel like, I feel like crap, people. Like, Andre got me picking blackberries yesterday. I had to go out to the pawn shop, right? So I had to walk to the pawn shop. I had to pay for the pawn shop so I don't lose my stuff with my last $25 or whatever it was, right? And, on the way back, he wanted to, you know, he wants jam. He loves picking walnuts. He loves picking blackberries because I've been doing this with him, and he wants to stay with the format, right? So I'm like, okay, Andre, we'll see if we can find a couple containers. So we find a couple containers, and we start picking, what do you call that stuff? Blackberries on the way home, right? Because he wants me to make jam and whatever. And I'm like, okay, I'm sure I can, somehow, some way, I can squeeze that in, right? Even though the cucumbers are growing and they need to be pickled, and the zucchini's growing and that needs to be pickled, and, you know, and just, like, whatever. The food is going to waste now, people. Thank you very much, City of Surrey, right? Because you're putting all this fucking pressure on me, right? Right? For checkered board chess. Okay, so anyway, I've been running around with these keys for years in my purse. I had them yesterday, people, because I was in the X Club watering the walnut trees and stuff. Now the thing is, Andre was bugging me to go pick blackberries. He's been bugging me for like 4 days. Let's pick blackberries, Nana. Let's pick blackberries. I miss picking blackberries. I want blackberry jam, Nana. Pick blackberries. I like picking blackberries. I love picking blackberries. Okay, so because I had to go out yesterday, I said, okay, well, we'll start picking them on the way back. Now, whether my keys were in my purse, I don't know, people. I really don't know. I just know that once I started picking blackberries, I ended up just kind of taking the day, and I picked a lot. I went to, like, we did the circle. We did the circle, right? And, you know, there was a few times I put down my purse, and I'd ask Andre to bring me my purse or whatever, right? Or hold my purse, because, you know, you don't want it to go off disappearing, right? Because some stranger runs by and grabs it and gone, right? Now, whether the keys fell out of the purse in our Blackberry travels, I don't know. I went over to the field over here. I tried to look around. Of course, I didn't find them, right? Now, the other thing is, when I opened up the door, I could have left them outside on the porch on something. And because my oldest daughter came home yesterday, right, because she wants to live here, right, but the kids don't want her here because basically they're just afraid that she's going to die. They're just afraid that she's going to die downstairs if they allow her back in. Right? Over the winter, they cut her some slack because it was 20 below. She had no place to go, whatever. She was doing well for a while, and then she went in for a blood transfusion. They don't give her a freaking script for methadone. So when they release them from the hospital, they don't get methadone. And if they don't get the freaking methadone, what do, people? So, for as good as she was doing, she fell off the fucking bandwagon because she couldn't get a script after leaving the hospital. And it started to cycle all over again. And because she's already so damn sick, So, you know, I'm talking to the kids. Now Shimei is telling me she doesn't think she's moving out. She'll let me know on the 15th. Are you listening to me? And if she decides to stay on the 15th, that's when she'll pay the other half of her rent. And then after that, after the baby's born, she might go for a 2-month fucking holiday. And she expects me to hold her room for nothing so that when she comes back, it's there for her. Or I'm allowed to rent it out for 2 months until she gets back. I'm like, are you kidding? Like, what is wrong with you? Now, I thought I gave her those keys last night because she wanted to eat my food. She wanted salad and she wanted salmon and whatever. And I'm like, yeah, okay, they're in the cupboard. You know, the keys are over there. I thought I gave her the keys, or at least I thought the keys were on the counter. But it turns out the lock was open and she didn't need the keys. So now I need the keys to get into the shed outside in the back here so I can go get the skill saw. And I can't find the keys as I'm running around out in the fields looking for these keys and the city drives by. This is like my credit card, people. You know, my credit cards. Like, my son's fucking ragging on me. You know, and I'm like tired already. I'm not feeling very well. This morning, you can't imagine how I got up and how I was feeling, right? And then when I get to the bank machine, just before I go into the bank machine, he ragging on me. So sure enough, you know, I still can't find my book with those cards. Somebody's got them. Right? They're not here. They're out there somewhere and somebody's got them. Just like with my keys. Right? I'm all stressed out with the city, feeling guilty for taking Andre Blackberry picking, trying to figure out how I can take maybe in 2 days from now. They can sit in the fridge for 1 to 2 days, right? At least that. And then I can make the freaking jam. So if I work for 2 days straight outside, I don't care. I'm not going nowhere. Don't ask me for nothing. Don't, nothing. Because we know we got the city breathing down my back, right? So I figured work hard for 1 to 2 days, try and get 2 full days in. My neighbors gave me some more stuff, a big, beautiful roll of vinyl for Andre's shed to put on the floor. It will cover the whole floor. But I'm supposed to feel guilty for receiving that vinyl because my neighbor is just trying to get rid of his junk, even though it's brand new and it will cover the whole floor. Then he gave me some other miscellaneous pieces of wood, plus a big piece of plywood for the side of that shed. Some inside paint. Hold on. Some nice eggshell inside paint. Anyway, so I can't find my keys. Right? I can't find my keys. Which means I can't get to my skill saw until I pop the lock. And once I pop the lock, it makes everything that's in that one particular shed vulnerable to theft. And my daughter was running around here last night because she tried to get some of her clothes that she still had in the basement. But my other daughter just went off the fucking hook, right? And threw everything out and a big uproar. And so if my keys were on the porch, that means that my oldest daughter was running around, whatever time in the morning it was, like 2 o'clock in the morning, probably found them if they were on the porch and took off with them. Or maybe they fell out of my purse when Andre was picking up my purse off the ground as I was picking blackberries, trying to appease him, having panic attacks over the city, over a back alley driveway that nobody, at best 4 or 5 people go by back and forth. Go across the street, tall grass, short grass, tall grass, short grass, and all fucking, and you'll see, I'm going to put a whole house of, what is that stuff called? Drywall. Up in that field over there. with their garbage all over in that field over there. But that's a corporation. That's the one I told you about that gets dinged $10,000 and up about 2-3 times a year or once a year or whenever the city decides to have that property owner go in there and clean up that property, and then they'll just bill them to do it for them. Well, now they got a whole freaking dumpster full of drywall sitting up in that field because Andre and I seen it yesterday. Now, you're thinking, well, she should have a second set. And here's the thing, people. I did. It was in my room. But somebody got into my room and was rooting around. Look at this shit, man. I'm so tired of this crap. But somebody got into my room and was rooting around, and some of those keys disappeared. Because I have a whole stack full of keys. I am talking. No. Please, I am talking. I am talking! Anyway, so I know I only had the one key for my shed out here because I didn't have any more money, people, to carry on with normal living, day-to-day activities in terms of being able to go out and whatever, and just whatever, and never thought about getting another one made because I'm always, like I said, I never go out, right? So anyway, I don't know. I'm going to have to try and pop the lock on that one, and I don't even know if I have another doorknob with another key. I'll take a doorknob off of this and switch the doorknobs around, because if my daughter has the keys, last thing I want is for her to get up into that shed in the middle of the night and start taking whatever she wants, because I can't afford to lose anything anymore. Between my stuff getting ruined and taken, like, it's pathetic. Right? As for the X Club greenhouse / painting room, I think I have bolt cutters around here somewhere. So I'm going to look for them. I'm going to have to cut that lock. And I've got other little locks in my room and all these other little locks on the cupboards and wherever else I have them. Easy enough to cut them off and replace them. So it's not like it's in an emergency, right? Well, it is kind of like in an emergency with the city, because I should be like, I was going to get up and go out, and even though I feel awful, people, I feel really, really awful today, I was going to go out there and start working. I'm talking. I'm talking.
No, this.
I'm talking.
No.
I'm talking.
I said no.
Good, then stay quiet till I'm done. Thank you. So yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna go in my room. I know I don't have a key for the shed. I had spare keys, but like I said, somebody got into my room. They stole my DJ equipment, $1,000 worth of DJ equipment that I never even got a chance to use, right? Because I've been so locked into this house, so locked into poverty, so locked into stress, so locked into everything, people, okay? That the equipment sat in my room for four years. I bought it like 4 years ago or whatever it was. It was a freestyle mic with no cord, and it was the mic like on the ear type of thing, right? That kind of mic, right? It was two separate mics, quality mics, and it was like $1,000 just gone. And of course they were rooting around and took a few other things, and I think they got into my keys and they took my set of keys, because when I went in there kind of trying to figure out what was taken from my room, I noticed that I didn't really have a full set like the one that I just lost, minus that shed key. So now I'm going to be running around looking for locks, bolt cutters, and keys. I still might find the second set. That would be great, but I don't think so, because when I was looking the last time I was in my room looking for them, I couldn't find them. So, anyway, I'll show you what's outside with all this wood scattered around from the last time I was out there working, when I was kind enough to stop working and go help my son. Oh, I told my son about that, and you know what he said? He said, "Oh, it's not my fault, Mom. It's not my fault that you lost your cards. It has nothing to do with me." And I'm like, yeah, okay. It has nothing to do with you. Just don't ask me to help you with that kind of crap anymore. Because I'm not. Because if I would have stayed working, people, I would have worked right up until dark. And I probably would have gotten up the next day and continued working. And it would be better off than what it is right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got into the X Club because I had a spare key on my normal keychain, right? Because I got lots of keys, people. I got like 3 sets of keys, right? That I normally, well, I have my regular set, then I have the little set, and then I have a second set of my regular set, and then the little set, like I said, was in my room. It kind of went missing. So I don't know. I'm just trying to go now and piece things. If you look, this took root, people. Isn't that just lovely? This is an English walnut. I'm very happy with that. Right? Not so much this one, but you can see the little bud is coming up. So I think this one's gonna catch. I think this one's gonna be okay. I don't know about that one. That one I found, it was kind of dry. So anyway, we're in the X Club / painting room / greenhouse. So that's good news. I am having like heart palpitations here in lieu of the city. Seriously, this is how I left it when my son needed my help. And of course, I'm not getting any help. I'm just getting criticized. As you can see, my neighbor gave me a whole bunch more wood. Let's go see what he got. Now, you see, I could have left my small set here, and because I went blackberry picking last night with Andre yesterday, and maybe I forgot about them, and then I just didn't notice them. Honestly, I'm starting to think that maybe they fell out of my purse. Seriously, because he was carrying my purse for me. I'd put my purse down and I'd ask him to go get it. And I mean, he's just a little boy, so I'm thinking maybe that's from black walnut. That's what that is, people. The hand is starting to discolor. You can see like from before, right? Hold on. Okay, so before my son came, where I was at was I was going to take off this one little slab of extra board, chop this down to size, and continue working in there, right? But like I said, my neighbor gave me some more building material. Right. There's that nice piece of plywood. You can see it, which will go right in there. Obviously, there's nothing I can do about that, people. Okay, and look, he gave me some more paint. This is good. This is exterior paint, too. This is good. I don't know what color, but it's exterior. And then, do you see that roll of vinyl? Brand spanking new, people. And it's going in the shed. Here's some gutters. Here's some gutter material. Plus I have some. So whether I put it on the shed or whether I put it on the greenhouse remains to be seen. Now, I don't know if I'm coming out here today, people, because I have to pop that lock on that other door and find myself another lock and switch them around so that I can make sure I can lock everything up by the end of the night, because I can't afford to start losing what's in that shed too, right? Like seriously, I am so tired of losing my shit, right? Working hard all the time, losing my crap. So anyway, or getting it ruined or whatever. So I don't know if I'm coming out here today, people. I still not feel that great. I am going to work on the key situation and try and get into the shed and replace the lock. I don't know how to pop a lock from the outside. Right. Getting a lock with I can take a doorknob off another door. I know which door I can take off inside upstairs for temporary purposes. I mean, it is my fault that I didn't have a second key for that one, but it was just a miscellaneous doorknob with one key that, like I said, I've been carrying around those keys for like years. Anyway, I'll be back. Okay, that wasn't so bad. Obviously, it's been popped open before. I thought I was missing some stuff out of that shed, people. Like, serious. This kind of stuff. Alright, I'm missing a toolbox from there. I mentioned it before in one of my videos. Alright, probably because somebody popped it, right? Because it didn't even take me 2 seconds. 2 minutes. Not even a minute. So what does that tell you? It tells you it needs to be repaired. Right? So now whether I take off a doorknob later on and switch the doorknobs just to make it convenient for myself, or whether I just close it and pop it again open tomorrow, hoping that nobody will be popping in there tonight. Right? I don't know. So anyway, those keys could be anywhere, right? You can see, like I said, I have a lot of keys, people. Right? Every key is for something. Right? Every key is for something. Lucky me, there's that spare key for the X Club / greenhouse / painting room. I got car keys. This one was for the potato shed. I'm not sure what that one's for. It's for something though. And then for the ones around my cupboard, in my cupboards I have these little locks like this kind. I put these on the collection boxes too, right? I think I have the spare set of keys for these ones in what do you call it? See, that one doesn't work. This was for a collection box, okay? This is a collection box one. I have a couple of sets. And if you notice, I haven't given our board director the collection box yet. See? More keys. Do you see? These ones here are for the collection box, which is probably the same as this one. And then the one for my cupboards, there is something in my room, so hopefully those will be it. Otherwise, I'll just cut them off and go buy some more, right? Because it's just to control the pillaging, the acting like they're 12, right? That, you know, there is no consequences to anything, right? And then I've got these little teeny weeny things like this. In my food storage area. But those ones I don't have because, like I said, something happened in my some of my keys went missing in my room. So I don't think I have these ones, but these are easy enough to cut off and get rid of, right? This is nothing major. So, and then I've got these ones. This is my other. I'm already losing them. Here's another set. I have a lot of keys, people. But I'm like, because I had to walk yesterday, I'm like wobbly again, right? And plus I'm nervous, people. I'm nervous. I feel really bad. Like today my eyes are really bad. I can feel it. Eye doctor, no you can't. I said, yes I can. I can feel when I'm getting like woozy. And like I have to be very careful how I walk and where I have to pay attention so that I don't fall, right? In terms of just losing my balance because of my eyesight, because the pressure it's not like that kind of pressure, but it's still, you know. And then this morning I woke up and I'm just screaming, and I'm sure it has a lot to do with this, because this is non-ongoing pain, people, non-ongoing pain, and it's just getting worse, right? So, and once I pull it, that's it. My mouth will start to cave in, right? Because they'll probably have to do more than one. And, not like I have any money or energy to go to any dentists or anything like that. And, you know, the dentistry industry is connected to the healthcare system. And like I said, it's not like I trust anything or anybody right now currently with the healthcare system when it comes to me anyway, right? You know, because, I'm the fox and they're the hounds, right? And so anyway, okay, so now that problem has basically been solved and I can just relax on that one, I'm debating whether I should just because I can't lift anything right now, people. I'm I'm really weak right now. I can really feel it. Like I don't get enough rest, right? And like I'm being, the whip on my back, and I'm having panic attacks, and I don't want to, I can't get sick, like sick, right? So I have to pace myself. So my vegetables are growing, right? And I got this humongous zucchini. Hold on, I'll show you. Look at this thing. And I don't use fertilizers in terms of steer manure and all that. I use my own composting, people. This year I did use a little bit of, you buy that stuff and you sprinkle it in the ground. But outside of that, everything comes from my compost. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? So, and being that I've got a huge pot and another huge pot of blackberries, because I'm trying to keep my grandson happy, emotionally satisfied, right? Being consistent with the things that we do on a yearly basis in terms of like harvesting food, and blackberries is an enjoyment for him, and walnuts is an enjoyment for him. So, and I am too tired to be moving around wood right now, or even to be using a skill saw. So maybe what I should do is upload this and then just get into some blackberry jam, wash my jars, wash my counters. I really want to try and make some zucchini relish. I have a little bag of cucumbers to make some pickles. So, I'm stretching it though, because I've only got until the 14th. Otherwise, the axe is coming down, right? I'm such a bad person, So I'm thinking maybe I should just cut my losses for the day, right? And just try and maybe make the zucchini relish, because I've got more than this one. This one's just the biggest one, right? Make a batch of that. Probably can do 2 or 3 jars of pickles anyway, because I won't be able to afford to buy them in the wintertime, people. I will have no money. And get into the blackberry jam. I did want to make blackberry jelly, so that's why yesterday I ended up picking a bit more, so that I can at least do half. I have to start juicing it, right? And let it go through the, what is that called? Cheesecloth, right? So I can make the blackberry jelly, right? And now I have blackberry jams tucked away in storage. I didn't really need to do it. I wasn't going to do it. You heard me say I wasn't going to pick blackberries this year, but Andre was badgering me for 4 days straight, badgering me, telling me how much he really enjoys doing it, and that he misses doing it, and he wants to pick blackberries, because it's like a little bonding time for us, right? So now that I'll show you, I'll upload this, and then I'll get into the food stuff. I'll do just a quick little food video, and have my heart palpitations, feel like a criminal for canning food today, basically, right? And then, try and, now my youngest daughter said she was going to help me today, because she's got a little time off after 5. But I can have her do something else, and then tomorrow get up first thing, now that the key crisis is over. And at the same time, I will probably look for another lock. Well, I know where I just have to take it off and replace them, right? And then this way I don't have to be trying to pop it. But what does it matter? It took me not even 30 seconds, all right? That's because somebody else has already popped it, people. That's why. Right? That's what happens. I told you, people go into my garage, they toss shit around, they walk around my yard. Oh yes, and I started bringing in my potatoes, because the raccoons are like trashing my gardens now. They're ruining my onions, right? They're starting to dig up my potatoes, and if it's not the raccoons, it's humans, or both. So Andre and I started harvesting potatoes over the last couple of days, so I've got another bucket to put away. I prefer fresh potatoes in terms of taste. You can really notice the difference between potatoes that don't have that spray on it versus things that come right out of the ground. And because I've got such little new potatoes, I've got some whipping cream that I bought out when I went out with my son. So I want to make whipping cream with potatoes, and maybe I'll go get something for the freezer, a little bit of meat, and pop it in the oven. Treat myself with some comfort food as I'm canning. And I got till the 14th. So if I get up first thing in the morning, hopefully it won't be raining. That's my biggest fear, is that the rain will come and I won't be able to go outside and work, right? And then tomorrow, if my youngest daughter is around, we can move some of that stuff that my neighbor just gave me to a different location and just keep what I need, right? And just keep plugging away at it. That's all I can do, right? What else am I going to do, people? Right? And as a final note, actually, I'll just save that one for another day. Okay, we'll get back to this video now. Oh yeah, you see, here's these potatoes, right? But the thing is, the raccoons are getting into them, right? So, I'm pulling them up even before they're ready to come up. But I'd rather have some potatoes than no potatoes. And then I've got these ones that are a little smaller. So these ones I'm going to start cooking with right away. These ones I have to put away.